And I guess that's what ocean exploration is. It's that constant flow of questions, that constant urge of wanting to learn a bit more. I have a lot of those moments. I really do have a lot of those moments. And when they happen, I'm just like, I can't be the only person who sees this. Somebody else needs to see this.
Hi, Zoleka. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm great. So glad to meet you. I don't do science. I just in another subject, but I love science. I love watching a lot of things. I love learning a lot of things. I started to watch actually your videos from Nat Geo where you teach children. So it was amazing. Also very educational. And I'm really excited to talk about this amazing experience, the OceanXplorers, and everything that has to, what comes to the world again with reconnecting with science, because we're in a moment, at least here in Latin America, where people are not so into science. I don't know why. And people are being very skeptical about things, which is kind of not so nice. And we like to talk about a lot of things with you, but first, what is a deep sea researcher?
A deep sea researcher is a person who's fascinated by the deeper parts of the ocean. Generally, my job entails documenting the animals that live there. I specifically focus on the seabed, so the bottom of the ocean. So I look at which animals are there, which environmental factors might be influencing their presence, and how those animals might change around the ocean. What might be feeding on them, what do they feed on? So it's really just trying to characterize and classify the seabed.
Many of us have ever dreamed of being a marine biologist or something, but you made it. What was the moment when you said, I want to do this? Because it's kind of a really odd job.
To tell you the truth, I'm not one of those people who grew up wanting to be a marine biologist, because I didn't even know a marine biologist is something that existed. So I sort of like stumbled on the field, and it was a gradual process, right? I started working with the ocean from the coast. So I was doing a lot of coastal work. And then I moved from the coast. I started working on museum specimens. And then I guess the moment, if I really had to pick a moment, it would be when I was in the museum and looking at these collections, samples collected ages ago at depths that I could not even imagine. And as I was working through those samples, I was like, I need to see this myself. I need to go deeper. So since then, I haven't looked back. I've just looked deeper.
Oh, that's amazing. That's a really good phrase. Well, with OceanXplorers, you went deeper. You went. You had the full experience there. I remember from the first episode, I watched not the full episodes, but I watched some of them. The first episode when you were diving deep, and you saw the pinnacle, I think it's called in English, and your face. You were shocked. You were amazed, and that's something amazing, because humanity is that the eager to know more things, and you're eager to know things. From the human experience, what was to see that from your point of view?
It was really mind-blowing. It was something really mind-blowing. And I guess on these expeditions, you get those moments, right, where you just see something that you did not expect at all, and it's just there by existing, just being there in that space. You start having a lot of other questions, right, around its formation, around its shape, around its origin. And I guess that's what ocean exploration is. It's that constant flow of questions, that constant urge of wanting to learn a bit more. And when we learn and when we gather this information, we sort of like start bringing the blocks together, the Lego box, to understand the ocean and to understand ourselves in the greater scheme of things. So yeah, it was definitely... I have a lot of those moments. I really do have a lot of those moments. And when they happen, I'm just like, I can't be the only person who sees this. Somebody else needs to see this.
Well, we are seeing you. You have one moment. Do you remember any moment that was the one that blew your mind, or was it many?
There's so many, right? There are so many. But if I really had to choose, well, people will have to watch the documentary, but I'm going to give it away a bit. I was in a
Okay.
sub, I was at depth, and it's a phenomena. It's a phenomena that I like to think of as a telecommunication in the ocean. It's a mode of communication, and it's just absolutely beautiful. It's remarkable. And I had the opportunity of experiencing that with a lead expert, Edie, in the sub as it was happening. Right. So that is the moment. That is the moment. Although there were several other moments around, but that's the one. That's the one for me.
Okay, great. Well, ocean exploration can be really frustrating as anything in science, but here you have a lot of trials, a lot of errors, a lot of mistakes. Was it frustrating, the experience?
Yeah, it's definitely always frustrating.
Highly frustrating.
It's always frustrating. But then the thing is, like when you have an objective and you understand the amount of work that has gone into planning the expedition and the amount of money that has gone into financing the expedition, and also just the interest and the urge, every time before I went to bed, I would think about, oh, what could I possibly see? What is going to happen tomorrow? And that constant urge and passion, right? It sort of like kills the frustration. It also helps that I was part of a larger team and not just the scientific team, not just the ocean explorers like Aldo, Melissa, and Eric. We were also really supported by the production team, by the technical team on board, by the crew members, by people on land, right? So there were several people coming together, and as frustrating as it was, see, the ocean is such a remarkable place because when you're this close to giving up, she just sprinkles a surprise and then things align and you're like, yes, we got it. So you're gonna get a lot of those moments where we're like, yes, you must understand that a lot went into getting that yes. And when we say yes, because
I understand. Yeah, I can feel it from you. You're really really eager to show us what is the ocean exploration. One question that I have is that it's a really expensive thing to do. It's not easy to be made, and you have to be selected, and it's important to be selected. How was this for you, as not only as your job, but also as your person, as yourself, being able to do this?
Ooh, wow. To tell you the truth, when the selection process was happening, I had no faith that I was going to make the cut. This is my first on-screen project of this nature. I dare say this is like the first documentary of this nature. We have different media agencies collaborating. We have different people from different countries, different disciplines, different expertise. So there was a moment where I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not going to make the cut. And when I got the news, I was just like, OMG. But then after, there's always that moment of thinking, I'm not good enough. Starting to doubt your own capabilities. But the minute I got on the vessel and I met people and I met the team, all of that just died out. It just fell away. And yeah, I'm still very much in disbelief that I was part of creating something so beautiful that's packaged in 6 episodes. So I really hope people enjoy it, because this is a heartfelt hello to the ocean, and we sort of like bringing people along on this journey. So I really hope they get to learn something and they get to appreciate the ocean a bit more and they get inspired. It's really about inspiration. It's giving hope, because without hope as human beings, then where are we going? You always have to think that something better might be out there, something better. You can do something bigger and better. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to people seeing the documentary.
Well, I have one last question where you kind of answer that, but for women out there, because it's a hard job to be in science as a woman, as a Black woman, what do you want to say to those girls that are watching this and say, I can do that?
First of all, to be an ocean explorer, you have everything that you need already. Curiosity, passion, determination. Those are things that are groomed in you as from a young age. you go outside and you're intrigued by a snail, right? So don't lose touch of that. You already have it all. I think it's difficult because there hasn't been a lot of people of color, Black women in the field, but it does not mean that you can't do it. You definitely can. There are so many examples of how strong and inspirational women can be. And you don't need to be a male version of a female to be in this field. Come as you are. There's enough space, there's enough room for you as you are. And if anything, we need you as you are, because that's how innovative ways come to be. That's how we transform the field. That's how we start asking questions differently. So I guess by me being on this documentary, it is sort of a visual reminder that it is possible, you know. There's nothing worth doing that is easy. Most things that are worth doing come hard in life. But if you hold on to your passion and, you know, believe in yourself, ask questions, I think you'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine.
Oh, thank you, Zoleka. This interview was amazing. I would like to talk to you for hours and learn you about your experience. The episodes I saw were amazing. I want to go home and finish the rest of them. So congratulations on being a part of this, and congratulations on everything you have conquered in your life. I wish you more and more.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It was a delight speaking to you. Bye.
Oh, thank you, Zoleka. Bye-bye.